Assalamu alaikum everybody. Welcome back to my channel Rapid Revision. This is another question from Petty Cash Books. The question here says, this is from a very recent exam past paper. The question says, Shivan maintains a petty cash book using the imprest system. The imprest amount is $200, which is restored every Wednesday. All payments of less than 75 are made from petty cash. All cash receipts of less than 75 are paid into petty cash. On 1st March 2023, Shivan had $61 in his petty cash box. Um, he provided the following information for the first week in March 2023. 200 minus 61 is $139. So $139 is what you have to restore in his petty cash book. Here they're saying March 1 restored petty cash impressed from the business bank account. So I'll simply record this in my petty cash book. I'll write here balance brought down. So I'll write here balance brought down. I'll write here March 1. I'll write here on the debit side $61. Then I'll write on the same date March 1. I'll write here bank and I'll write here $139 on the debit side because cash is an asset. Assets have a balance brought down on the debit side. Also, when you're restoring petty cash, the money in the bank account is reducing, so you need to credit the cash book, but you need to debit the petty cash book because we are receiving money in petty cash. The next transaction here says paid $55 to Giles, a trade payable. I'll write here Giles. Since it's a payment, I need to record this in total paid, and I'll write this here in ledger accounts. Giles is my trade payable. This is March 2. In the next transaction, they are saying paid taxi fare $21. So I'll write here taxi fare. I'll write 21 in total paid. I'll write 21 in travel. I'll write here March 3. And then they are saying March 6 paid $18 for notepads and pens. I'll write here notepads and pens. I'll write $18 in total paid. I'll write $18 in office expenses. And this will be March 6. The next transaction says here's receive cash from Michelle, a trade receivable, $25. So we are receiving money in this case. So I'll write here Michelle. I'm going to write here this is March 6. I'm going to record this on the debit side because I'm receiving money. Whenever money is received, you record that on the debit side. Then we are saying then they are saying March 7th paid $30 for cleaning. So I need to write here March 7. I'll write here cleaning. And I'll write here $30 in total paid, and I'm going to write this in the office expenses section because we are cleaning the office here. It's office cleaning, so I'll write here office cleaning, and this is $30. Debit side total is $225 now, and the credit side total, I'll take it out. I will add all this 55 plus 21 plus 18 plus $30 is 124, which means 225 minus 124 is 225 minus 124 is going to be 101. So I'll write here balance carried down. I'll have March, this is going to be on March 7th. I need to balance the petty cash on March 7th and bring down the balance on March 8th. So I'll write here March 7th. I'll write here balance carried down, and this will be 101. Once I put 101, both side totals become the same, $225 on both sides, $225. And now this is going to be $48. This is going to be $21. This is going to be $55. And then you need to make your balance carried down, your balance brought down. So I'll write here balance brought down. I'll write here March 8. I will write here 101 on the debit side. So this is good 10 marks. Very easy stuff. The next part here says Shivan makes payments to Giles from his bank account as well as by cash. He provided the following information: owed $165 from February. March 1 owed 165, owed Giles 165, which means this is a trade payable account. Giles, we made a payment to Giles here, right? We are also purchasing goods from Giles on credit, so that means Giles is my trade payable. Trade payables are liability. Liabilities have a balance brought down on the credit side, so I'll write here balance brought down. I'll write here 165. I'll write here 1st March. Then what we did was that on March 2 we made a payment to Giles through petty cash, which was $55. So I'll write here petty cash. I'll write here 55 and I will write here March 2. And then they are saying paid Giles the amount outstanding on his account by check. 165 minus 55 is 110. 110 is paid by check, so I'll write here bank and I'll write here 110. And this will be March 13. Then they're saying purchase goods on credit from Giles, list price $150 subject to a rate discount of 4%. So 150 into 4% is how much? It is $6. So 150 minus $6 is going to be $144. So you are going to purchase from Giles uh, goods on credit and the amount will be $44. So I need to record this on the credit side because this will increase my liability towards Giles. So I'll write here March 22. I'll write here purchases and I'll write here 144. Trade discounts are not recorded in accounting. So whenever what Giles is selling us had a list price of 150, but he sold it at a 4% discount. So that means the price is reduced to 144. So that is why the purchase price will be 144. The sale price for Giles will also be 144. Credit side total is 165 plus 144, which is 309. Debit side total is 55 plus 110, which is 165. Now this is balance carried down is going to be 144. So I'll write here balance carried down. I'll write here 144, which is what we owe on March 30 to Giles on March 31st. Yes, on March 31st. And this account total will be 309 on both sides. And this balance carried down will now become my balance brought down. This is what I owe to Giles on 1st April 2023. That's it for Giles' account in Shivan's ledger. Then they're saying here Shivan is considering whether to stop keeping cash at his business premises. He would require all customers to transfer payment directly into his bank account and he would make all business payments from his bank account. State one way Shivan could pay his suppliers from his bank account other than by check. Another way to through the bank account is called credit transfer. So Shivan can credit transfer or transfer the amount directly to the account of his suppliers from his own bank account. Then they are saying here there are other ways also, like direct debit is also another way to make payments to the suppliers. Direct debit is also one of the bank transactions. Then they're saying advise Shivan whether he should stop using cash. Justify your answer by providing two advantages and two disadvantages of stopping using cash. If Shivan stops using cash, cash would not be required on the business premises. So we don't need to keep cash on the business premises. That's a good thing because then that prevents fraud and that also uh, helps Shivan's business. Uh, Helps in a way that Shivan will not face any theft or any fraud. It would be safer and will prevent fraud. Also, time will be saved as there will be no need to bring cash from the bank or deposit cash into the bank because there will be no cash on the business premises. So you don't need to put the cash into the bank. You don't need to bring the cash from the bank. And therefore a lot of time will be saved because of these because the Shivan does not have to do any of these trips to the bank. However, some customers prefer to pay in cash, so if there's no facility that Shivan should provide facility to the customers to be able to pay in cash. Also, some suppliers will require payment from Shivan in cash, so again that should Shivan should be so much flexible that he also pays his suppliers in cash. The bank will charge extra for the services that the bank will give, the bank charges. Also, they can increase the bank charges because Shivan is just using the bank account for all the transactions. Also, Shivan will still have to keep some cash for emergent expenses in the business. So you still have to keep cash if you're running a business. You need to keep cash on your premises because it is important for any expense that you need to pay off immediately. What my recommendation would be that he shouldn't stop using cash. You guys can have a different recommendation. That's completely okay. You can write he should stop using cash. I wrote he shouldn't stop using cash. Recommendation is for 1 mark, 2 mark for the advantages and 2 mark for the disadvantages. So that's it for this question. Thank you so much for watching.